Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aquarius September 5, 2023. You may feel like you're particularly confused around matters of the heart today. In fact, you may even feel like you can't get out of bed because you feeling a bit somber. This is because we are experiencing a pivotal turning point in the Venus retrograde phase. This happens every time our planet of love changes direction, whether that's backward or forward. Even though this is a blessing in disguise, it is still mildly uncomfortable as we feel like nothing is moving. That's because Venus isn't moving. Rest assured that better days will lie ahead. Just get through this one, and you'll be on the other side. Work might have been crazy. The last few months could have been a doozy since Venus retrograde could have shifted around your obligations, relationships in your workplace, and opportunities to explore new options. You may have even seen a series of hirings and firings during this time. If you want more stability in your work life, then it may come when Venus stations direct in Leo today. As the post-shadow period begins, this period could help you find your footing with your habits and routine in your work life. It is just before Venus, the planet of money, is due to turn direct in your work sector today that the moon wraps up its monthly visit to your income sector. As well as ensuring your nose for money is sharp as the brakes come off work and job matters. With both planets in your income sector still in retrograde motion, this helps to link a turnaround on the job front with the doors that will remain open to the past, second chances and untapped income potential. You have a great quality, the virtue of acceptance. Though not always forgiving after a bad experience, you are open to almost anything new. This is an excellent time to ask yourself what new avenues of physical activity you would like to open up to. The goal will be to choose something you are able to stick with. If you want to explore a higher level of what you are currently doing, open up to that possibility as well. Nothing in the hand, nothing in the pockets, everything in the head. Today's vibrations will push you towards new horizons and the desire to escape. Don't upset everything in your life, but rather find the confidence you need to advance without depending on anyone. This vibration is more intellectual than material. It will push you to get out of your universe to act in a different way and meet other people to find new ideas and progress. It is just after the moon leaves your income sector today that Venus will turn direct in your work sector, ensuring your nose for money is sharp as the brakes come off work and job matters. Yet after an alignment with the planets that will remain in retrograde motion in your income sector, with links to the doors that will remain open to the past, second chances and untapped income potential. Meanwhile, the moon returns to your communication sector just as Jupiter is spending his last full day in direct motion here at a friendly aspect to Mercury, already in retrograde motion in your relationship sector. In a case of perfect timing, the moon not only returns to your communication sector just as Jupiter has come to a standstill ahead of his retrograde turn tomorrow, but just as a friendly aspect to Mercury, the planet of communication, who is already in retrograde motion in your relationship sector peaks. As well as making it easier to give your emotional responses a voice, the moon will tap into the growing focus on the past on both the communication and relationship fronts. Our eyes in the sky. In a perfectly timed celestial dance, the moon makes its entrance into your income sector just as Jupiter, in the final day of his direct motion there, comes to a standstill. This fortuitous alignment is further accentuated by Jupiter's friendly aspect to Mercury, who is currently in retrograde motion in your work sector, reaching its peak. With the moon's presence, your intuitive and emotional connection to matters of finance sharpens, particularly as Jupiter joins a growing cohort of planets in retrograde motion across the income, work, and career domains of your life. As Pluto enters the final weeks of its retrograde motion in your income sector, the number of planets in retrograde motion in your work and career sectors continues to grow. The synchronicity deepens as the moon pays a visit to your work sector just as Jupiter spends his last full day in direct motion in the same domain. This overlap coincides with a friendly aspect to Mercury, already in retrograde motion in your career sector. It's worth noting that this celestial display unfolds just before Venus, the planet associated with money, is set to turn direct in your work sector today. As the moon concludes its monthly sojourn in your income sector, it leaves behind a heightened sensitivity to financial matters. This newfound clarity and emotional engagement align with the impending shift in the work and job front. Both planets in your income sector remain in retrograde motion, effectively linking the turning point in your professional life with opportunities from the past, second chances, and untapped income potential that will continue to be accessible. The Venus retrograde in Leo, which has been influencing our romantic and financial lives since it began on July 22, comes to an end tonight. As Venus turns direct, we find ourselves navigating through the aftermath of the romantic and financial turbulence we've experienced over the past several weeks. The silver lining here is that this shift allows us to address and resolve any lingering miscommunications and other issues that may have arisen. This planetary movement opens up the opportunity for candid conversations about the future of our relationships and financial plans. Delving into our emotions and gaining a deeper understanding of them can be instrumental in resolving lingering problems. If you've been feeling affectionate lately, you'll likely find yourself more at ease and composed when it comes to matters of the heart. This newfound openness and understanding you share with others can bring a great deal of satisfaction. For those who are single, your creative and inventive ideas could lead to increased popularity among your friends. They'll find your innovative thinking exciting, and you may find yourself at the center of attention. However, it's essential to be aware that some unexpected challenges may arise in your business dealings. Your plans and ideas might not gain the traction you had hoped for, and convincing others of their benefits could prove challenging. While this may be frustrating, it's crucial not to rush things. Pushing too hard could backfire and lead to losses. It's advisable to maintain a cool and composed demeanor, even in the face of adversity. By doing so, you can better navigate these challenges and prevent worse outcomes from occurring.